Hello, everybody. This is Anti-Natalist, and unfortunately, today I got some very bad news. Um, the 5-month-old stray that I was taking care of in the garden area near Land's End in Mumbai, I got a message today on WhatsApp from my taxi driver, and I have left money with him to feed some strays and to take care of her and to bring her to the vet for her next vaccines along with her brother, pretty boy. So he contacted me today, and he says, call me. He says, bad news. And so I kind of I know what bad news means, but I didn't know exactly. I didn't know what, where, why, or how. So I called him, and he said that she was killed. She was run over while she was sleeping. And we are trying to get some cooperation from the hotel to see if they have anything on the CCTV. But it seems very bizarre because the area she was in was protected from vehicular traffic. And so it really makes no sense. And he told me that there was a watchman, a guard in there early in the morning, and I guess he saw what happened. And if you look at my past video entitled Black and White Dogs, you will see how a lot of Indian people barge through sleeping dogs. They don't honk and they don't pause for them. They just proceed to, drive through sleeping or sitting dogs. And, whatever happens. So, I do want to say that some of you offered to help with expenses, taking care of those dogs and getting them veterinary care and getting them spayed and neutered. I will say this, that not one of you sent a dime. I got no help from anybody who offered. I took care of the animals myself in extreme heat at my age, with other dilemmas, speech barriers, language barriers, just a gamut of problems. The dogs were not leash trained, so it makes them very difficult to transport. One of them urinated in the back seat of the taxi, but he was quite tolerant about it, even though I don't think he was, a dog person. He's been very, very helpful and kind to me regarding the dogs. And he did, he has been out to feed them. And so I got no veterinary breaks either. I paid almost $200 for the female's surgical fees, not including the follow-up, the vaccines, or the deworming office appointments. So, as usual, no good deed goes unpunished, and this is a story of my life. I'm the only one that's, pretty much the sufferer here. Nobody else's hands has, touched the situation, but I do know that my taxi driver is not happy about her death. And so I'm putting her picture in the thumbnail, and I'm also going to post one of the short videos that I had taken of her while I was there, and she was very happy because I had given her some stuffed toys to play with. Probably the only stuffed toys she ever had, and the only stuffed toys that she will ever have gotten. So it's a very, very sad day for me, and if not for the bureaucracy of India, the country of India, I would have taken her back. I would have flown her back with me and gotten her out of there. she would have been much more safer in my hands, in my country, even though we have kill shelters, and even though I am 61 years old. She was much better, much safer in my hands than left in the country of India. This was very unexpected, really. She had a gorgeous, home to reside in the country of India, and the ridiculousness of the bureaucrats who made it almost impossible to send dogs to other countries. They required a rabies titer 30 days after the first rabies vaccination. So that made it almost impossible, and there was no earthly way I could have brought her back with me, which was the only way to have spared her life, looking back on things. So in hindsight, it was just a cruel situation for me, because she was hand chosen. She was the most friendly and the less wild, I guess you would say, of all the strays in that particular area. And she had a lot of life in her, and she was fun loving, and she was very sweet, and she knew my voice when I called her, and she really responded to me. She allowed me to pet her and hug her, which the other dogs did not. So she lost out on a great future, and life is just very fucking bad, and I really regret being placed into this existence with all of these horrors and unexpected misfortunes and challenges. My parents can never be forgiven for bringing me into this horrible, tragic world. And for those of you who offered to help and didn't, screw you. Go to fucking hell.